Good morning, dear students. In this video, I am going to teach the 6th lesson, Weathering the Storm in Ersama from the Supplementary Reader. This lesson was written by the writer named Harsh Mandar. In this story, we have an important character named Prashant. He was the hero of this story. One day, Prashant went to his friend's house in Ersama. He went on 27th October 1999. It was 7 years after his mother's death. In the evening, there came a superstorm. Heavy and continuous rain filled the darkness. Trees were uprooted. The water entered his friend's house. The speed of the wind was 350 km per hour. Everything was destroyed there. The scene of destruction was horrible. Prashant and his friend's family had taken refuge on the roof. Prashant won't forget the horrible scene that he saw. He was greatly shocked to see a huge sheet of water all over. It covered everything as far as the eye could see. Houses were broken. Dead animals and human bodies floated everywhere. Huge trees had fallen. 2 coconut trees had fallen on the house of Prashant's friend. Its tender coconuts kept them alive for several days. For a couple of days, Prashant sat huddled on the rooftop with his friend's family. They were nearly frozen in cold wind. Prashant thought of his family. He decided to go, though his friend's family asked him to stay back. Prashant was worried about his family, so he got a strong stick. He then started on his 18-kilometer journey to his village. Prashant waded through water. On the way, he found 2 friends of his uncle. They were also returning home. They had to push away many floating dead bodies of human beings and animals to move ahead. There were hardly any houses left in the villages that they passed. Prashant kept thinking that no one in his family would have survived. Finally, Prashant reached his village, Kalikuda. The roof was the only thing that was left of his house. So, he went to the Red Cross shelter to look for his family there. He saw his maternal grandmother there. It was a miracle for them to see Prashant alive. They had thought Prashant to be dead. Prashant's family was there. Prashant decided to assess the damage and the danger awaiting the survivors. All the houses in the village had been washed away. Prashant organized a group of youths of his village. It pressurized the merchant to give them some rice. They made a fire and cooked the rice. However, the rice was rotting. His next step was to clean the place of filth, urine, and floating dead bodies. On the 5th day, a military helicopter dropped food, but it didn't return. The group deputed the children to lie there. They had the empty utensils on their stomachs. It was to communicate to the passing helicopters that they were hungry. Finally, they got food through airdropping. Prashant became a savior. He brought the orphaned children and made a shelter for them. He asked the women to look after them. But he soon found that women and children were sinking deeper and deeper in their grief. He made them join the Food for Work program. It was started by a non-government organization. He engaged other volunteers to help keep widows to start their lives. He also believed that orphans should be resettled in their own community. 6 months passed. Soon after the super cyclone, Prashant then thought about himself. Earlier, he had no time to bother about his own pain. The widows and orphaned children of the village thought of Prashant only in their Hours of Grief. The story ends here. Kindly read the lesson once. Thank you. Stay safe.